Hey guys, it's me, Gavin Vengeance, and today I want to talk about 5 reasons why I want Final Fantasy 15.
Number 5.
Final Fantasy is my favorite series of all time. I've played and beaten every main entry into the series. I've also played and beaten a vast majority of the spin off titles Crisis Core, Tactics, Crystal Chronicles, multiple Crystal Chronicles actually. The vast majority of everything that they actually ever came out with. Love the franchise. I love the feel. Love the storytelling in all of those titles. And even though I know it's had its low points sometimes, it's just a title that it relates to me, and I love the franchise so much, and that's why I always look forward to a new title. And I have huge hopes for Final Fantasy 15, and I know it's going to deliver. I've been waiting for this game for a long time. And Final Fantasy is known for change from title to title, and this is going to be the most drastic change yet. They're going from turn-based combat to full action combat, and it feels completely different with just having the 4 characters being buddies, going out on a road trip, seeing different sights and stuff like that. It's a very, very different take on Final Fantasy from what we're all used to. And that's one of the main reasons why I can't wait for this game. I want to see where they're going with this.
Number 4.
The music in Final Fantasy, and it's always a key point for me in every title as well. The music has to be good into the title. If you don't have good music, it just completely takes away from the game. Ever since the trailer in 2006, they had the song Somnus playing in the background, and for some reason that song just gives me chills every single time I listen to it. I love the composition of it, and the vocals into it are beautiful. I can't wait to see what else that they have in store for us. Even the episode Dusky demo had amazing battle music into it. The campfire music itself fit the campfire scene. It was fantastic. I want to see more of that music. I want to hear more of it. I want to let it grow on me like other titles have had their music grow on me, and I just want it to be iconic. The music I know is going to stand out, just like I said, from that trailer alone.
Number 3.
Action combat is what the series needed. It's exhilarating to see it go in that direction, because Final Fantasy has not done this. The closest it's come to action combat has been Final Fantasy 13, which I know a lot of people are partial on. The big thing that I didn't like about Final Fantasy 13 is that they actually had auto combat, which kind of sucked. I like being able to be in control of my character and make their actions for them, rather than just hit auto combat and then all of my commands automatically pop up for them. I'm not a fan of that system, and I'm glad that they're steering away from that. The other thing is, like, Final Fantasy's combat, like I'm saying, it is too simple. But they took a step in the right direction when they came out with Lightning Returns. And if you guys haven't tried that out, I do suggest just trying out the game to see the direction that they were taking with it. It's not as fast as I would like to see combat in Final Fantasy, but it was definitely a step in the right direction. And I think that's probably one of the determining factors that they had in saying, like, okay, well, maybe we need to implement something a little bit more fast-paced, something a little bit more user-controlled, and that's probably why they end up going that direction with Final Fantasy 15. And I know they had that in vision from the beginning when they actually first came out with the game, the trailer, I mean. And turn-based combat, I'm a big fan of it. I love turn-based combat in many RPGs that I've grown up with, but at the same time, it's a style that's kind of dying out. It's not as exhilarating, like I said. It doesn't really. The only thing that I can really vouch for turn-based combat is I like strategy, and I like a good bit of strategy in games, but it keeps you more on your toes with action combat is what I'm trying to say. So that's what I'm really looking forward to. I love action combat, and I think it's just what the series needs. It really is what the series needs.
Number 2.
So the game looks amazing. If you've seen any of the trailers, if you've seen any of the footage, if you played the episode Dusky demo, you know that the game looks beautiful. The characters are very realistic. Just the actions and the motions that they make whenever like you bump into another character or you interact with a piece in the environment and you step over it and stuff. The animations, everything. The game looks beautiful. The environments are like incredibly beautiful. Even the dark Magitech base that they showed in the most recent video it looks awesome. It looks like what you would expect from like a military base. The open field that we explored in the Duskai demo, just that one environment. You had woods, you had caves, you had gigantic like open plains with a huge lake in the middle and these gigantic creatures that you've never seen. Like the enemies look awesome as well, and seeing the classic enemies like the goblins reimagined in full HD, it's astounding. Like I just love it. It's so many like nostalgia feels just seeing stuff like that. How scary they made that behemoth look when it was towering over you in the Duskai demo. And don't even get me started on the summons. Do not even get me started, because the summons are going to be incredible in this game. Absolutely mind-blowing. I cannot wait to see more of this game. It's so beautiful.
Number 1.
Well, the most important thing to me in Final Fantasy for this title is that it was initially told to us that we were going to get a darker Final Fantasy, and I want to see a game that is darker. I want to see a game that's more mature for Final Fantasy. And don't get me wrong, I love the like old school feels, the old school vibes of the games, and I know that we've had mature entries in the past as well. It's just Tetsuya Nomura originally described this game as being a much darker turn for the game when it's like, when it was being conceived, the idea of it was being conceived. But when Tabata took over, he said that, he was going to retain a lot of that original feel and everything to it, but the story was going to be altered. And I'm kind of sad about that, because I really wanted to see what Tetsuya Nomura had in mind for the game. But at the same time, I know it's going to end up still coming out great, and I know that Tabata's team is going to end up retaining a lot of that and just making the game a lot more darker in atmosphere, but at the same time giving it that Final Fantasy feel where you're playing a Final Fantasy game and you're playing a Final Fantasy game. You're in for a gigantic adventure with lots of secrets to find out, things to converse with your friends about, just, talking about your experience with the game altogether. Final Fantasy is known to do that, and I can't wait to see how they retain that darker feel to the game. And I do see hints of it here and there in the trailers and stuff, but I do want a Final Fantasy game with a lot more dark atmosphere. The way that they initially showed Noctis, to me he was a lot more relatable, and I know a lot of you guys are saying like, oh, he was emo and stuff like that, but he had that relation to me, like, through style and his attitude and everything, and that's initially what sparked my interest in the game. Other than it being a Final Fantasy, is just seeing that atmosphere, and it's something, like I said, that I hope stays into the final release of the game. But a darker atmosphere is just what the series needs right now, and I want to see that. Maybe the next title will be a throwback, who knows, but for right now, give me that dark game, Tabata. Well guys, that's 5 reasons why I want Final Fantasy 15, and I'm sure I haven't really touched on a few other things, so if you guys have anything that you think that I might have missed, or anything that you guys are excited for Final Fantasy 15, let me know in the comments below. Like always, I really appreciate you guys checking out the videos. Hopefully I'll have a lot more Final Fantasy 15 content on this channel for you guys in the future. And, keep watching, keep coming back. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Also, one more thing before you guys go. Just a quick reminder that they will be holding the Final Fantasy 15 Uncovered event at the Shrine Auditorium in Hollywood. That'll be on March 30th. It's also going to be hosted by Greg Miller and Tim Geddes from Kinda Funny Games. Definitely check that out. If you're not able to get tickets, because I'm pretty sure they're all sold out right now, you are able to watch the live stream on Twitch and YouTube. And that's going to take place, like I said, March 30th at 7 p.m. Pacific. definitely tune in to make sure that you get more information, and also we'll hear more about a release date at that time. So check that out, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys in the chat. Take care.